I think my biggest disappointment right now is with myself and getting this team to recognize how important defense is. A big part of who I was as a role player who started was that I played defense. And defense is always still going to be the key, as good as we can be offensively. Tonight the shots didn't fall. I would say the majority of the shots that we took were great shots. Missed easy layups, wide open threes, jumpers. But that's when defense kicks in. The majority of the time that generally happens on the road, but it happened at home. I think that, God works in mysterious ways, and this is a good way for him to show us right now in this moment that we need to commit to defense. And if this wasn't a testament to it, I don't know what is. And that is, we really struggled at home, hitting some easy shots, and we had to step up defensively, and we didn't do it. Tried different rotations to get it done, still didn't happen. There's got to be a way for me to be able to show this team that once we commit defensively, that we're going to be fine, and we'll be able to take this thing and run with it. But until that happens, we're going to have to just get smashed in the face like we did today. I think sometimes that's what teams need. It's still early. We're definitely not going to pack it in. It's only our third game. Got plenty of games still to go. But this is a game I would like to one day point to and say that was a game that changed our team. This game against Houston Baptist at home was a game that changed our team, and people stepped up regardless of what position they were, and they understand that we need to do a better job. Obviously, taking a look at the stat sheet, rebounding was the biggest piece of it. One of the things I was asked just now earlier was about rebounding specifically. One of the things we've talked about, and it still hasn't correlated in some ways, that our guards need to do a better job of boxing out. It doesn't always come from the 3, 4, 5. I know as a former forward, there are plenty of times where you are boxing out, you've got your assignment, and geez, lo and behold, here comes some guard coming in to sneak the board away. And if we take a look at the stats, I bet if I take a look at there's quite a few of these 15 offensive boards that are coming from guards. And that's part of it. The other piece of it is, and this isn't really who we are, 19 turnovers isn't the type of team that we are. Generally speaking, our team, we average around 14, 15 turnovers a game. That's something that I can say as we move forward. I don't anticipate to continue, but the one area for sure that we need to do a better job of defensively is going to be our ability to rebound. In addition to that, our ability to be able to get to early help rotations right away, so when the shot goes up, we're in better rebounding positioning.
Coach, you kind of said it all as far as the defense goes. You get five rebounds and 4 points from Jeff Coat, and three rebounds and 6 points from Aaron. Obviously, you want to get more out of those two. They're kind of part of the engine that makes your team go. So just kind of elaborate a little bit on wanting to get more out of those two in particular.
Well, Jacqueline had her hands on quite a few. She's just got to go up there and get it. That's what I told her. Otherwise, we're going to have to run with someone else who's going to be able to bring it. Right now, our younger group is still young, though, and so I don't want to put them out there just yet till I feel confident enough that they're going to be able to play on both ends. So I'm making the decision right now to go with the kids that have seen more playing time and giving them their opportunity. I clearly told them at half, they can tell you this. If you're not going to get it done, then it will change. The positions will change quickly. But I think right now to give Aaron and Jacqueline those opportunities, they're deserving them. They've earned that opportunity right now. But they're going to have to step it up for us for sure. In the meantime, the younger group needs to continue to grow in other areas. So when we put them out there, we're not falling behind in other areas. We're not trying to put our fingers in a dam and next another spring pops out. Aaron it was a tough night for Aaron because we were asking her defensively to guard number 20, Steinhold, and then we're also asking her to score for us offensively. The majority of the time when we've recognized this over time with Aaron Peoples, she's guarding the best player. Generally speaking, she'll struggle offensively. She needs to have a good mix of being able to do both. Tried to do it, didn't work. Made the decision to stick with Aaron primarily guarding Steinhold for the evening.
You kind of said it again. The younger, some of the younger bigs came through. Kalia, good game, 11 rebounds, 8 points. Talk about the way Kalia played.
I think Kalia is an anchor for us inside. I think people are recognizing that. Obviously, Jacqueline scored for us as well, I think, early. One of the things that does is they bring, they demand double teams. They demand deep help. Our ability to be able to find the open player now is the next piece of it. I think that's really exciting because it just opens up offense. In addition to that, her big rebounds gets everyone excited. I think she's a very commanding young woman. She's a really fun young lady. And when she gets those rebounds, everyone gets excited. You feel secure. That's one of the things you feel really secure when she has the ball. All right, Kalia's got the ball, we're going to be able to go down and go score.
These two young ladies were a part of the two big runs you had. Early, they went up 6-0, then you guys went on a 12-0 run. Meghan got going, and then later on in the second half, you went on a 12-2 run. Kaitlin got going. Just talk about these two and how important those runs were.
I think anytime you have a run, it's really important for a team's psyche outside of just the score itself. I think I look more to Kate's in the second half just because we're just fighting to get back. And one of the things I told Meghan was just keep shooting. You're taking great shots. I don't have issues with it. She had a bad scoring night, clearly. But I'm really confident in her ability to be able to score, and the shot she was taking was good. The one thing I like about Kaitlin is this. And tonight she had a great night across the board for the most part. Thought she could have done a little bit better job on the boards. But in hindsight, kind of looking at where she played in a lot of different positions that I put her in, that wasn't what she did. Kate just finds a way, whether it be her ability to be able to get a steal, whether it be able to feed the post, whether it be able to knock down shots at the free throw line. Whatever it might be, Kate finds a way. If one part of her game is down, she'll find another way to insert herself to where she's making players around her better. And I think that's what we found that happened in the second half. Everyone rallied around her at that point. I think she gave her best effort, and that's all you can ask for as a coach.
Kaitlin, you got going obviously this afternoon. Talk a little bit about your game today. How you felt shooting the ball. Obviously, you felt real comfortable shooting the ball.
Yeah, I kind of had a shoulder injury for the last couple days. So the last 2 days I was out of practice. I was running and stuff on the sidelines, but they were kind of giving my shoulder a break. So I was a little nervous coming into it that I hadn't gotten as much shots up, but I felt pretty good in warm up. My shoulder felt a lot better, so that helped. But really, it's just I think the cool thing about this team is anyone can have their day. Like, if someone, like they said, if they concentrate on the post, then we have scoring power on the guards. If they concentrate on our guards and take away Meghan's shot, then the posts have a field day. I think that's one thing I really liked about this team. And today, Meghan had a 24-point game last time. They're concentrating on her. The bigs, we were bigger than them, so they had to concentrate on them, and it left me open, and I had knocked down those shots. If anything, I wish I could have knocked them down in the end.
So you missed the last 2 days of practice?
Yeah.
Do you remember when you hurt the shoulder?
Yeah, last week in practice, and it's just it's been getting worse, and they just let me out.
Meghan, talk a little bit about the runs you got. You guys actually came out, kind of slow out of the blocks, and then kind of got going, and then it seems like maybe the last 8 minutes of the first half and the first 8 to 10 minutes of the second half, you guys had a hard time, putting the ball in the bucket, and just kind of talk about the troubles you guys had scoring. It looked like, as Coach said, you guys were getting good shots. It just like the ball wasn't going in the bucket.
Yeah, we did struggle offensively, but like Coach Z said, it's just simple. It's all defense. A lot of people say you focus on the defense first, and then your offense will come. And we didn't do a very good job of that tonight. So, and that's what we have to recognize as a team. We're not going to have a great game. We're not going to score effectively every game. And so when that happens, we got to focus more on the defensive end and let that defense spark our offense.
As one of the senior leaders on the team, how disappointing is it to have 2 really good games last week here and then at Tech? It was a pretty winnable game for you guys, and then come out today and not play as well at home.
Obviously it's going to be it's disappointing right now, but luckily it's early in the season. We're still in preseason games. We haven't hit conference yet, so we have the gaps that we need to be able to fill. We have that time to do that.
Kaitlin, same question.
Yeah, what Meghan said, we just have to get back at it, get into practice, fix what we had wrong. There's clearly some things we need to work on, and I'm still very, very hopeful about this team. I feel good about it. It's a really good feeling going out to practice every day and all the energy, and I think from here on out we take a lesson from this and hopefully do better.
Coach Z, talk a little bit about Lamar coming up on Tuesday. How much you know about them?
Right away, what sticks out to me is last year at their place, we didn't do a good job of defending. I can't remember the young woman's name. A guard, a young lady who probably only averaged about 5 points a game, put up about 20. And so again, it's going to come down to defense. They're a very good transition team. They like to push the ball and get up and down the floor. They like to score quickly and early. So again, it's going to come back down to defense. It's not anything fancy that they do. It's just going to be putting in better effort. And so I like the challenge of them coming back into our place after defeating us last year, knowing that they're going to try to ram the ball down our throats. Also knowing that they're clearly going to have this game film to see where it is that we're lacking, and seeing how we're able to step up and really test the character of our team defensively right now.
Just one little question. Around the end of the first half, you guys started to lose the lead, and you can tell that the team was kind of trying to really work hard to get it back. Going into the second half, what were some of the things that you guys are trying to focus on as a team to get that score back up?
Again, it went back to defense for us. Our ability to be able to get stops early, putting them in positions where we can have them shoot a shot, get the rebound, and get down the floor. The unfortunate thing is that they made some critical plays, I think, where we didn't do a good job of communicating, whether it be on a switch or being in help defense. And then they had an easy layup. And the other times where we just didn't come up with the ball, we didn't do a good job boxing out. They had second chance points, and it's quite obvious if you take a look at the second chance points, they had 23. I don't know what that looked like at half. I'd have to take a look at it again. I can't remember. But that's clearly what we talked about. We didn't do a good job executing, and I put that on me as a coach. I've got to do a better job of getting them to clearly understand. And that's why we practice.